My name is Caroline. I have been living with epilepsy for the last 8 years. I was born actually without epilepsy, and it came to be diagnosed when I started having seizures after campus, which I graduated in 2015. One day, I had invited my young brother to my place, and he was woken up by the sounds and some funny sounds, and he called my mom and told her, that I think she's sick or there's trouble. So my mom told him to find some guy around with a car atupeleke hosi ajue ni nini, na hapo sasa ndio mambo zangu zilianza. The doctors there, I remember I went to some big hospital actually. The doctors were like, most likely it's epilepsy, but we have to take tests. Took the MRI test, I was sent for CT scans, and all of them were normal. Some doctors even suggested it could be a heart problem. I even went for the EEG, for the ECG test, and all of them came back normal. But now, most doctors didn't look into it. So nikapewa dawa za epilepsy. After getting more seizures now, nikaanza kukunywa dawa. And I've been taking meds all that time. Sijaipata actually official diagnosis kwamba niko na epilepsy all this time after 8 years. Because in Kenya, clearly we have a shortage of neurologists ama nini specialists for epilepsy. Now, after a few years, I moved into another country. I was still taking meds. I was still seeing specialists. And the best thing about that country, insurance, medical insurance was very okay. I was seeing doctors, I was getting meds without spending much. Now, my life changed in 2020 after around 5 years of living with epilepsy. I got into an accident. It was actually a near-death experience. That's how it was put in my records. I drowned in a beach. The reason I decided to go to the beach is, first of all, I loved swimming, I loved the beach. And I was confident siwezi pata attack nikiwa kwa beach, because now my seizures mostly, when I know, usually najuanga siku yenye ndapata seizures, I'll wake up with a migraine na body yangu tu itakuwa tofauti. When I wake up in the morning, first ndaamka na migraine, alafu juu napatanga seizures usiku, ndio following day pia nitapata seizures, ita happen pia usiku kama nimelala. So naamka kama nimechoka, najua tu ndapata seizure. So hiyo siku nikaamka tu vizuri, and because of the COVID restrictions, I just wanted to get out of the house. So we organized with my friends and went to the beach. And I was confident sitapata seizure because mimi niliamka vizuri, hiyo asubuhi ilikuwa sawa, and we went to the beach in the evening. That's when we went to the beach. Tukaingia kwa maji, just having fun, and I drowned. At least some friends noticed when they were like, kwani huyu ameenda wapi? And they called the lifeguards, and the ambulance was called. So niliamka ICU. I was in ICU for a while, and then after some time in the ICU, I was released from the ICU. Went back to the normal world after they were sure everything was going well. I came back to Kenya because basically nilisema sitaki kufia kwa wenyewe. So I decided to come back and be with my family. So I came back to Kenya, and the best part is now some countries actually now first of all, other countries kuna labor laws. So my company, the one that had employed me, was very patient. They told me, no worries, you go back home, take some time off, and when you come back, kazi yako itakuwa tu hapo. Hiyo si shida. So I came back, hiyo ilikuwa December. I came back home, nikakaa December, nikakaa January, juu bado jobs, juu nilikuwa in the events and exhibitions sector. Job bado hazikuwa zimerudi, hazikuwa stable basically juu ya COVID, na anyway, hatunge organize anything. So hakukuwa na job. Mdosi bado was like, you can still take your time off. No worries about that. So nikakaa huku, nikakaa mpaka around March. Now I got sick again. That was a different sickness now. I got ascites. That is a case where some fluids are found in the walls of your stomach. I was sick for some time. Now the ascites, after some time, the fluid moved to my lungs. Most doctors here in Kenya, after taking so many tests, even after hiyo fluid ikapimwa, kila mtu anasema hakuna your kidneys, basically your organs, everything looks okay, and most things were overlooked. I was just again prescribed on meds, took so many medications. I was bedridden for some time. All the doctors, honestly, I would say, were pretty ignorant. Hawakuwa wana take time kuunderstand nini inaendelea. Anyway, nikakuwa bedridden for some time. Kazi, hata kama mdosi ule mwingine alikuwa patient, now it got to a point, after a few months, they were like, now, honestly, we can't do it. And I honestly understood them. Because hata mimi, mtu hawezi kaa so many months bila kureport to work, na tumempea all that time, na ni expect ati kazi ende vizuri. So, I was okay. I started now working on my skills. While I was still at home, I couldn't do anything, but I started studying online about making crafts. That's how I was actually trying to build my skills, so that when I got off the bed and now getting better, I would have something to make me money, something that I enjoy, and something that will keep me in the country without leaving my family, because I knew, especially hii time yenye nilikuwa mgonjwa sana and I was bedridden, nilikuwa najua I need to be close to my family, because hao ndio watu watanichunga, hao ndio watu watajali. Jukiwa country ingine, honestly, people are going on about their lives. Siwezi expect ati marafiki ati waache kazi zao, ama ati ukikuwa msick ati mtu ana spend the day there with you. That would be very selfish of me. So I decided to stay in Kenya. Again, after hizi miaka zote, hiyo ni about 8 years. Hiyo time yote hakukuwa na daktari yote ashainiambia kwanza seizures zenyewe zinaweza kuwa zimeletwa na nini. Juu kwanza mostly sikuzaliwa na epilepsy. So I would say most of them were just ignorant. Nobody even took, I remember even the latest neurologist I'd been seeing, kuna kitu hata venye nilienda kumvisit the first time, ali notice, alikuwa like, why are your white blood cells so low? Zilikuwa zimeshuka sana, na hiyo time yote hakuna daktari hata alikuwa shai notice. Yeye ndo ali notice na akanipea dawa ya hiyo. And then he started taking medication, prescribing other medication ya kujenga mwili yangu, kwa sababu alikuwa anasema kuna issues mingi naona hapa. Hata akiniangalia na ananiambia, hata nikikuangalia you look anemic. ni kama umekukiishi na anemia hiyo time yote, again hakuna mtu alikuwa ame notice that hiyo pia inaweza kuwa issue. But anyway, he sent me to do extra tests. At least nikapatikana I'm not anemic. Now I started taking a lot of tests. Anataka kujua ni nini. Again, sending me for, every time I visited him, like every 2 weeks, ananituma for tests. Maybe this week, ananiambia, go and take ananiandikia, maybe end of annual test ya bone marrow. He wants to confirm if everything is okay. Hiyo anakuja na check off. Your bone marrow is okay. So hiyo sioni kama kuna issue hapo. Again, ananituma for test. Different tests every time. Until akanituma for immune tests. Akaniandikia quite a number of tests. Akasema nahitaji uende upimwe pia hizi. Nikaenda nikapimwa. Nikapatikana na some condition. He was like, most likely this is what has been causing your seizures all this time. At least, okay, although bado si confirmed, but so that is what he is working on. I was happy because I was like, I'm almost getting closure, and maybe in a few months, in a few weeks, I'll be sure ni nini imekuwa ikicause hizi nini seizures. Sasa hata apart from that, when I come back now to the expenses, when I came back to Kenya, I was used to free medication, free visits to my neurologist, even free visits to the physicians when I was living abroad. So when I came back to Kenya, I wanted to get insurance. The insurance here in Kenya, I'm sure the cheapest actually you can get is around 60, 70, 80K if you want to get a good insurance. Lakini hata imaking sense kwa sababu ati wanakuambia kama you're living with a chronic condition, ati lazima kwanza unalipa hiyo do, and then you'll have to wait for 1 year before they start covering you. And most of the time, I make sense because again, outpatient services, hawakupatia hata do mingi. So you're like, nalipa ya nini na ile pesa na spendingi hata outpatient yenye wananipatia hata haitanisaidia. So now you have to go the cash way. Sasa cash way nayo pia another expense, and it's seriously expensive. Like for me, per month, I'm spending almost more than 30K on just meds and clinics, consultation that is. I'm spending so much. For example, my medication, there's this one. I'm supposed to take 4 tablets in a day. And each tablet is 80 shillings. So that makes it around 320 in a day. And then there's this one. This one, I have to take 2 tablets per day. And each tablet could vary depending on the market, but it goes for about 250 to 270 shillings in a day. So, na bado kuna this one. This one is not too expensive, but still I'm supposed to factor in there. So ukifanya hesabu hiyo medication per day, I should have at least in a day almost 850 to 900 shillings only for medication. Now factor in going to see the doctor, and I live outside Nairobi, so I have to calculate the money to pay the consultant. I have to calculate money for the fare because most neurologists are based in Nairobi and I'm not living in Nairobi. So you see, we have a shortage of specialists in Kenya. And this is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. So the culture shock was quite a big, it was quite a moment for me, and it still is.